morning, everybody. Here we are on a +1, kind of rainy, foggy January day. This winter, I tell ya. So yeah, I'm just going along, doing morning startup on the chair. So up top, we have a gentleman by the name of Chase. He's giving me a hand. And what we do is test all the functions of the lift prior to operations. So right now it is just after 7 in the morning. We're going to be opening at 9. And we want to go through, do all these checks with the idea being that if something is wrong, I have a chance to fix it prior to opening. So right now we're just doing all the stops. I am flipping chairs and inspecting all of them. We'll look at migration marks, make sure one chair is not moving faster or slower than the rest of them. And then Chase will be coming down the line to do a visual inspection on everything. And then I will go up, check the evac motor, do stopping distances, sign off on our checklist, and this lift will be good to go for the day. So I'll just bring you along and kind of show you what all this entitles. Sorry, trying to flip seats, push buttons, and talk to you guys is easier said than done. I really need to get a camera person, I think. All right, so on this lift, when you engage an emergency stop, you have to come into the hut here and manually pump it up on your own. How this lift is wired is that you can actually start it with the e-brake engaged. It makes a god-awful noise, and it's probably a little hard on the belts on the motor, so I try not to forget that. Yeah, so these are my mornings. On nice days, I do get some gorgeous sunrises. Beautiful. I'm a bit of an artsy guy, you know. I like taking pictures of the sun coming up over the hill. Oh, see, this is the safety gate. When you do the safety gate, oh, pardon me, it's a very important call. Go ahead, Chase.
All checks are completed. Top load ready to go on chair 10.
10-4, just rebooting her, so be a minute or two here. So when you engage the safety gate on this thing, it sends the PLC into a bit of a tizzy and you need a hard reset. It's always done this. It shouldn't, it does. This lift desperately needs a new safety circuit, but we'll get to that sooner or later. This one works, it's all safe, it's just temperamental, I believe is the proper word. Okay, I'm up here in the motor room on the low chair. This is the evacuation motor, I gotta fire this up. Use the emergency brake. Under here, let's do a visual. This little bugger's a service brake. Him and I have a strained relationship, but these days seems to be working well. Just had a minor issue where it wasn't unplanned. No trouble stopping, works great. Just did a brake test on it, fantastic. Sometimes it doesn't like to open, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna fire this up, give her a nice little run, make sure everything's good here, visual inspect the gearbox, belts on the motor, and then start writing up a report. Okay, so Chase is up top of the T-bar. We just completed our stops. I just did my stopping distance here. Everything's looking good. I will do a rip up the line just to make sure everything's fine. I did one initially to make sure that there's no branches, that the cable was on all the towers. Everything was looking great. Tell you, these old T-bars are awesome. Love these things. 50 years old, and they're still just doing great service for us. All right, well, just got to do the paperwork up on this one, and then we're off to the Summit chair. All right, good old Summit chair. For whatever reason, I love this chairlift, and I don't know why. Perhaps it is because it is a giant bundle of job security. I do not know, but there's something about it. Like, it's just bone stock BM, right? Well, I shouldn't say that. The electrics were upgraded by Tura Engineering, who was a gentleman who used to work for Leitner BM, and then did his own company upgrading a lot of the old safety circuits and them, replacing them with PLCs, generally back off. It's not bad. The wiring has a little to be desired, but really it's a nice system, and generally don't have a whole lot of issues as long as it's been maintained. We've upgraded electrical boxes. We've tried to get the list cleaned up bit by bit, and knock on wood, she's been really good this year. It's taken a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get it here, but it's actually becoming a really nice lift. Got the new seat cushions on her, so even more comfortable than ever. Alas, there is plans to swap out these old carriers in the next year or two with Lightner Palma designs. Just it's a little easier on our NDT schedule. With these ones, we have to do 100% every year. So in the long run, this lift will not be going anywhere. So it's going to save money by replacing them and making all of our jobs just a touch easier. So unfortunately, with our new seat cushions, we can't actually fold the chairs up. I mean, we can, but they don't stay up. So as opposed to me flipping them, I'm just going through and doing a visual inspection on the grips, the chair itself, just making sure everything's okay, that migration's consistent amongst all the chairs. So see if I can spin you around here. We'll see at the cable what I'm looking for. Okay, here it comes, and you can see just in front of the grip, there's a red mark. That's our migration mark for this year. And we're just looking for consistency among all the marks. So looking good, looking good. So we do this every morning with every lift. Go around, do all our checks, fire up the evacs, because we really want to make sure all of our systems are working. And if there is an issue, have the ability to fix it prior to operation. It's been a very good system for us. Of course, there's some days where I just don't have enough time, but generally that's one of those things where, okay, I know this is an issue, I will carry on, get the rest of the lifts open, get back to this one, and work away on that. So some mornings are very relaxing. I can put her around, everything works great, it's wonderful. You know, it's what I say, it's +1 right now, very comfortable, the rain's holding off for the moment. Generally, you'll find it's the mornings where it's about -20 and the wind's howling and everything's miserable. Those are the mornings things start going sideways on you, let me tell you. But they also make the best stories. And that's a bit of an unfortunate thing. How come the best stories couldn't be like, oh, it was an easy morning, everything worked great, it was fine? No, it's got to be, the weather was awful, this was broken, I banged my hand, everything was awful, but they're the most fun. I don't understand how it all works. All right, up in the motor room or something. With the drive shaft looking very nice and square. Gearbox, oil level's great. I already started up the old TDI, really good. Check our retentioning, sitting at about 1800 there, PSI. Yeah, just going around looking for leaks. These service brakes look funky, but they're really pleasant to work on, actually. Not a bad design at all. Yeah, she's looking good. Sign up on this old girl. Okay, one other thing I'm also looking for, and this is something that I got taught, and I've embraced it completely, is paint marks. So on the hanger arm bolts, I'm double checking to make sure those haven't backed off, because I have seen those back themselves off. I won't mention the brand, but they use Nylox, and let me tell you, Nylox don't last forever. So it's a habit now on my maintenance, during the summer maintenance schedule, I go back and double check all the torque values on the, well, basically all the major hardware on the carriers, and make sure to put a paint mark on them. Okay, and last but certainly not least is our conveyor lift. This is a team service conveyor. We've had it for 3 years. I actually ended up building this one too. I built a few carpets in my day. I'm definitely going to say Magic Carpet is my preference for conveyor lifts, but this one's been doing us really well this year, so I will bite my tongue and hopefully it keeps doing what it's supposed to. So, checks on this carpet, I'll be looking at the splices, making sure they're in good shape, there's no tears or rips in the belting. checking stopping distances, again, making sure all the functions are going well, so your stopping buttons, the gate at the top station, make sure the lift is stopping in time, and then, of course, documenting the heck out of everything. So here is my morning. This is generally what I do. Weekends, we open a little earlier, and we'll have all the lifts going, so I'm here 5:30, 6 o'clock, and going through everything. It's busy, to say the least, but you know what? I love it. Being here first thing in the morning, it's beautiful. Like I said, get to see some gorgeous sunrises when it's not, foggy awfulness. But hopefully cold weather and clear skies will be back soon. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. See you on the next one.